Good morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy, and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 29th of January. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. We're already through January, guys. What is happening here? Talk about being sped up. So if you are new here, please subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when my videos pop up. Hit those like buttons, guys. That helps me a lot too. And also, please feel free to comment down below. I love that you guys give me constant feedback about what's going on globally, because it really helps all of us to paint sort of a picture of what's happening around the world, not just in the countries that we're all living, because I know a lot of you are all from very different parts of the world. So I'll close my eyes, guys. We'll get started and we'll see what comes up. God, the other day, I think I got the sun is coming up, like the sunshine's coming up. So I'm getting this song, sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, everything that make it little better. It's like some song out of a musical, but I'm getting sunshine, lollipops, if there's such a song, meaning things are looking up. Oh, God, I hope they are. I hope people are waking up, because we want these sleepwalkers to wake up, don't we, guys, on my channel? So I'm getting this, like, really joyous kind of song. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, everything. Is that the song? I don't know who sings it, but I'm just getting this joyous energy, and let's hope this is the start of the shift. So it's just that joyous kind of energy. They're even showing me, I don't know if any of you guys ever remember Shirley Temple, but they're showing me her like tap dancing and dancing. Remember Shirley Temple? She used to be in a lot of black and white movies, guys. She was this little girl who danced and tap danced, and she had lots of joy and lots of fun, and she was always like dancing along like this. And that's the kind of energy I'm getting for us, guys, is we're going to be doing like these ones this year, this little like joyous dance is what I'm getting. So if anyone remembers Shirley Temple, maybe look it up if you can't remember. But there's this like cute innocence and that's the image they're giving us of sunshine, rainbows and lollipops. So that's a good start for the turn, which is February. That's coming. Okay, hang on a minute. Let's see where else we go. I get some pretty strange analogies here, guys. So you have to kind of create things in your mind, some of these visuals. Oh, England's rising. We've been getting that for a while. I do get that England's rising. They're going to fight back. I feel like we know it's going to happen. Sushi's hitting you hard. If you are new here, I call Rishi Sunak Sushi. I know someone said that they actually call him, is it rat or mouse or something over there? They all have a few nicknames, don't they? Anyway, sushi's going to hit hard. We know in England this is happening. Things are starting to roll out. We've got the 15, 20-minute cities, whatever you want to call them, starting to come out. And these are when people start to see things and wake up. So we know this is happening in England. So I'm still getting this rising up in England. And it ain't about the coronation. They're not rising about the coronation. Not that anyone's really interested in the coronation as their world is falling apart, but I am getting that rising of the people. I'm still getting it in England, London, Wales, Louise. So fingers crossed, guys, that these people finally stand up and do something. I don't get it. Anyway, enough of that. Let's keep going. Getting Brazil again. We know Brazil's been standing up. They've been having huge protests. I'm still getting Brazil's fighting back. I'm just getting those visuals of like thousands and thousands of people pushing back against government in Brazil. That's still happening over there. They've got their courage up now, and their movement is growing and growing and growing and growing. It's just getting more and more people behind it. Fingers. So it's starting to push. You know, we often talk about the pushing of, or the repelling of like government and the little people and how they push each other away. Well, that's what's happening in Brazil, but they're getting the upper hand at the moment in Brazil. So that's good, because it might put the spotlight, although none of us get it on mainstream media, do we? It's so goddamn frustrating, isn't it, guys? Hang on a minute. Oh, God, I'm getting Australia. I don't like it when Australia comes up, guys. What am I getting? I'm getting this. I'm getting this cheesy visual of Elbow. And if you are new, just to explain, Elbow is Albanese. Elbow's doing these ones like, you know, he's like, yeah, we got this, Australia. I'm getting this like corny image of him going, we can all do this together. We've got this. So I'm getting that sort of cheesy image of him with his arm going, we can do this, Australia. We can do this together. And oh no. And this is about like the renewables and all the changes that are coming. I feel like we're going to get really bombarded with Elbow in our face a lot. It's coming. We always knew it was coming. But he's going to really try and push it out now. He's going to try and make it sound like the best thing since sliced bread. That's what I'm getting. He's going to really have to sell this to the people now. That's great. So that's just what I'm getting. So we're going to see a lot more of Elbow in the coming weeks, the guides are saying. Coming weeks. Because the rollout agenda is here. We know it's in Australia. Bill Gates has even been watching the tennis. Yes, I know a lot of you have noticed that. Isn't it wonderful having Bill Gates in your country? That doesn't ring alarm bells at all, does it? Because he's such a lovely man. Oh, God. Could it get any worse, guys? Like, really? So that's what I'm getting. Elbow is going to sell his big plans to the little people now. This is so bad. All right, hang on. Enough of Australia. I don't like reading Australia, guys. It's just so frustrating. You know what's so frustrating, guys? You know how I had Australia Day the other day, and I just checked through my Facebook page yesterday. I don't do it very often, and somebody I know had posted, "Oh, happy Australia Day, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day, all my family and friends, and we are so lucky to be living in such a beautiful and free country." Free country? Imagine if they knew what was coming out, and are these people, and I post so much stuff on Facebook, how does no one believe it's true? They just won't look. She said we're such a free country. Oh, not for long, sunshine, I wanted to write back, but I couldn't even bring myself to write back to her and go, wake up. Oh, God, it's frustrating when you see, I know you guys get it. You'd see posts like that as well. And just go, oh my God, it's like they're completely in the dark, some of these people. Anyway, okay, let's continue. Now I'm getting these images again of all of us, guys. This is all of you guys watching my channel. And if you are new here, we've had the analogy before of when a lot of us were ostracized and vilified and pushed out of society, we got this image a long time ago of all of us on Gilligan's Island, and we were like these castaways. If anyone hasn't seen the show Gilligan's Island, it's a pretty old show. It's about Gilligan and this professor and the skipper and Ginger and Marianne and the Howls, and it's a very funny old show. But it's basically about these castaways, but they got stuck on this island, but they became very productive. And if anyone's watched the show, we all know how productive they were, but lived like independently on this island. I don't know if they even got rescued. Did they end up getting rescued at the end of that show? I don't even know, guys. But they got very creative, and this is what we've become. And that's why I get this Gilligan's Island energy today. We do live in as much as we are in society and we do blend in, we live in a very independent way, like these Gilligan Island castaways. On the show, they actually built their own, what would you call them, huts, and they used to sip cocktails in bamboo drink thing. They were very creative. They created a lot of the professor was very clever, and he created lots of inventions for them, and their life improved all the time. As the longer they were living on this castaway island, the more their life improved. Well, that's the image I'm getting for us, guys. Our life just keeps improving. The further we get away from all the nonsense and BS and garbage, the more our life improves, the more we feel freer, the more we get creative. Look at us here. You guys know I grow my veggies. I know a lot of you guys do too. We get back to all the basics of living and enjoying just being in the now. We've learned all these things. We've taught ourselves a lot. So that's what I'm getting today. Is this still? We're still in this Gilligan's Island kind of proactive castaways that is still evolving and improving our life. And that's the image that I'm getting today. We still, almost, you could really say, we still live kind of separately. And that's probably also because we live in a different vibrational, what do you call it? Headspace, I guess. But we live from all our senses. So we live from our touch, taste, plus all our gut instincts, our intuitive guidance, our sign synchronicities. We are open. When you've been through the awakening process, you're awake in every aspect. So you see things coming. That's why we've managed to detach a lot from all the rubbish and garbage and not get involved with a lot of that sort of stuff that the government's been dishing out to people, or forcing people rather, to comply with. So that's what I'm getting for us. We're still like these castaways, but we're still very proactive in improving our life. That's just a visual I'm getting, us all on Gilligan's Island again today. We're certainly not, we often hear talk about Epstein's Island, and we know they're creating a lot of their own wealthy elite islands. Did you guys see that they actually released some of the names that were on the planes, the Epstein planes? And yes, they seem to have deleted most of the ones off there. There seems to be 2 black books, doesn't there? Because a lot of people's names seem to be left off that list. So go check that out if you haven't checked it out. Type that in and have a little sticky beat, because there's such a circus show. And they've put in lots of women's names on there. There was lots of women, which, you know, that's going to make it all seem not as bad as it was, isn't it? Anyway, so we're still these proactive castaways on Gilligan's Island is the image that I'm getting for us, because we're still protecting ourselves, but we're still proactive and we're still moving our lives forward. Let's see what else we get. The independent thinkers is what I'm getting today. God, they're showing me that big person still in Brazil. Is it Rio de Janeiro that has that big statue of the man? Is it? I don't know who the statue's of, but I am getting that image of people like really worshipping that statue. And this would be about their freedom. That's just the image that their guides are showing me. There's this worshipping, I guess you could say worshipping to the gods is kind of what I'm getting for Brazil. Rio de Janeiro is in Brazil, isn't it? That's what I'm getting. Just that visual. Worshipping to get their lives back and get their freedom back. They must be getting hit really hard over there. Hang on a minute. God, they're showing me this scene, and this sounds really weird, I know. They're showing me this scene of, it's like in a James Bond movie, and it's like set on like a canal or like the water, and they're showing me this speedy jet ski scene where some of the bad guys are trying to zoom away on these jet skis. Now, this is just an image, but I'm thinking a lot of this could be do with America and the Hunter Biden event that's going on. I'm getting this people zooming off on the jet skis. I mean, people are taking off to avoid being taken down. Now, that's just an image that I'm getting, but we know that there would be people in the background of all this that could be the possible scapegoats that might get the focus put on them. So I am feeling that they're scooting away at high speed on their jet skis, like a James Bond movie when you're trying to get away from something and it's all chaos and you quickly take off at very high speed. That's what I'm getting for the Hunter Biden and Biden, probably the document event as well. People are taking off because they don't want to get the blame for what's gone on there. Because, see, people know. They always want to drop everybody in it, don't they, and blame somebody else because it'll become the blame game. So people are taking off. The in-between people, it's showing me the in-between people who either went to the house and found the documents, or it could be that the people who were working with Hunter Biden at those times, all these connections, even Biden, people who, were in the Biden camp when he was, is it vice president or whatever he was, the people are taking off. They don't want to be the fall guys or women, whoever they were. I am getting that. People are just taking off. They don't want anything to do with it. People don't want to be involved in it. I wonder why. Because they know that they're going to be bloody dropped right in it. So I am getting this James Bond movie now where people are just taking off at high speed and getting out of there. So they're like not able to be found. So there's no, they can't be traced and connected to all of that corruption, basically, is what I'm getting. Because we know how this all works. It's always someone else's fault, isn't it? And the main two people involved seem to get away with everything. But I don't think that's going to be the case somehow, to be quite honest. I keep saying that. I think there will be hearings. Thank God for McCarthy. He's calling a lot of it out, isn't it? Isn't he over there? So him and DeSantis always focus on it. It's so good. But I am getting that, people taking off on the jet ski. Like, they're out of there. Anyone who's been associated with that in the past, and that they just don't want to know about it. They just want to completely disconnect and move on with their lives. They don't want to be dragged into this and blamed. Because it's not hard for people in power to do that. We know how good they are at it. Let's see where else we go. Yeah, I'm getting China again. Oh, do you know, guys, China's stepping forward. They're really stepping forward. They've taken a big step forward, China. See, they're trying to build their allies. We know they are with Australia. And Trudeau too, Canada. So China is taking those big steps forward, big leaps forward in trying to create those connections. Because it only helps to grow their little plan of world domination, I always call it. So they're trying to reach out with their little tentacles, this is China, and improve their world domination. It's mad, isn't it? Oh, God, but that's just what I'm getting. Okay. God, they're showing me Holland. And they're showing me all the, what would you call it? They're showing me the beautiful, like, culture. I'm getting windmills. They're showing me green hills, windmills. I'm getting pictures of wooden clogs. They're showing me clocks, like, what do you call those, cuckoo clocks? This is just, I don't know if that's even Holland, but this is just the image that I'm getting. But it's showing me, like, the windmills and the buildings, but it's all empty. It's showing me there's no people. Oh, this is very bad. But I think what the guides are showing me is that I feel what they're trying to show me is that there's an emptiness in the people now. Because the people, you got to picture what's been happening over there. People would be so frightened. They've been fighting this battle for a long time. We don't see it on mainstream media. You got to remember these things. So there's an emptiness coming over the people. And I would say it's not just the people who are awake or any of you that are watching my channel. This is the sleepwalkers as well, and the people waking up. They're feeling this emptiness inside of them. It's showing me like this grey. It's showing me them like the people are like grey. They're lifeless. They're colourless. That's just what I'm getting for Holland. There's like no people there, but it's the emptiness in the people there's an emptiness in the people. Oh, it's so sad what they've been doing over there. Hang on a minute. God, I'm getting... They're saying to me there's been strikebacks. We know there's been protests with the farmers. There's been everything. The people have pushed really hard against government. But it's almost saying to me those fightbacks haven't worked. Like, so they're looking at other avenues. They're looking at other avenues. Hang on. I'm just getting that they're trying to get to their mainstream media. How are they going to do that, though? I'm just getting... They want to get this stuff on mainstream media. But how? How do you do that? Like, how do you do that? I'm just getting that Holland... Like, they're getting very creative. I don't know how they're going to do this, but they're saying something about if they could look at a live stream. Like, if they could get... some sort of live stream, like, it's really weird, isn't it? But they're saying to me, if it could be live, then people would see what's going on. Like, you can't hide what's live. That's what I'm getting for Holland. What have they got planned over there? Something. Hang on a minute. And the guides are saying, because they're at a real junction, we know that they are. They're at a real crossroads with their life now. They're at a junction where people have to make a choice. This is the sleepwalkers and people waking up. I reckon a lot of people are waking up in Holland. Somebody sent me that picture of the trolleys in Aldi's the other day with the facial recognition. Like, what even is that? Imagine walking into your Aldi's and seeing that. That would be waking people up on a massive scale. So that's just what I'm getting. They've got this idea. They've got an idea. There's a big idea happening over there. They're very creative in Holland. They're trying to get to the mainstream media somehow by doing like a live stream. God, hang on. What's happening in Holland is they want to expose the truth. They just want to expose the truth, and they're trying to work out how they can go about doing it. Gosh, I hope if they work it out, they can share it with the rest of us, because we all need to work that out too. I said to my husband yesterday, I said, how the hell are we going to get this information to these people? I said, we've got mainstream media against us. The doctors are all against us. Government's against us and still calling us out as anti-vaxxers and all this kind of stuff. I said, how do we get the info to them? So this is what I think. Holland's hit that, we could say, damn wall. And it's showing me that little hole. You know, you think of Holland, if there's a little leak in the damn wall. It's showing me that they have unplugged that. And they're waiting for the cracks to form. And they just want it all to collapse. But I am getting that they're working on other strategies. So maybe we have to take a leaf out of Holland's book and see what they're up to. They're exhausted. The people in Holland are just tired. They can't keep doing this. So they know they've got to really do something drastic. Oh, my God. What are they planning? I don't know, guys. Hang on. I'm getting embassies. Do they have embassies in Holland? God, I'm getting taking over the embassy. I don't know if they have embassies in Holland. Is there something like an embassy in Holland? Because they just want to be heard. It's like they need to congregate where they can be heard, but also be safe. I don't know, guys, but obviously there's a lot going on in Holland that we're not even aware of. So let's keep an eye out for that, guys, and put some good energy. They can't keep going. Those people in Holland they're just worn out now. They're depleted of all energy, so they're taking really desperate, drastic measures now. Oh, it's so sad, isn't it? All right, I'll see if there's something to close with today. God, I'm getting that song by Oasis again. Today is gonna be the day that I'm gonna do it all to you. Right now, you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody. Na, 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 na. I believe today is a big turning point. I feel like we're on the turn now, that we're heading into February. I'm just getting that. Things are starting to turn. They're starting to shift. And today's going to be the day. I'm just getting that today is going to be the day. They keep giving it to me. They wouldn't let me go to anything else until I said that to you guys. So, Wonderwall. Oh, speaking of walls in Holland, I'm just getting that song Wonderwall. Hang on. I'm just getting for these sleepwalkers and the people waking up that they're getting really tired and grumpy now. Because as we know, it's gone on more than 2 weeks to flatten the curve, hasn't it? And now it's just all more BS and garbage being thrown at them continuously and dumped on them like garbage. So I'm getting that they're very tired and grumpy. So that's why we always get warned, guys, to stay away from them, remember. Very important to detach and stay on Gillian's Island as the proactive castaways. Hang on. Hang on, I've got to have some water, guys. They hit me really hard just at the end of the video. It's really weird. I have like all this incoming information. You guys probably experience that. I know a lot of you guys get a lot of messages out there as well, and I know that you understand. Hang on. God, they give me that Whitney Houston song again, Find Your Strength in Love. I believe the children are our future. You know, and they are. We don't want our children living like this. So I'm getting that song again by Whitney Houston. Oh, they're giving me a song by One Direction. It's actually a really great song. I really like this song. It's the story of my life. I know a lot of you are probably One Direction fans out there. I never was really, but since I got Spotify, their songs pop up all the time, and I really quite like them. I can see why young people really love them. The story of my life. It's a great song. I want you to go and play that today, because this is the story of our life. And the thing is, what we've got to remember, guys, is we're the ones writing the story, because we choose our roads and we choose our paths all the time. We're always making choices, what direction to take, where do we go. And see, this is the senses, listening to our gut feelings and not ignoring them. You know, when you get those droplets of little messages and words coming into your head like, oh, don't do that. Oh, yeah, go ahead, take that job. You know, listen to it, because that's the story of your life. You're creating it yourself through the things you're feeling, sensing and hearing. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today, guys. One Direction story of my life, because we're creating it, because we're the proactive castaways that are still staying detached from all the rubbish. But I do feel like we're at a turning point now. Today is going to be the day. Let's hope it's the day that everything starts to change. Oh, it has to. It can't keep going on like this, guys. God, I feel like chucking a tantrum. I'm just getting so sick of all this. Oh, anyway, I'll say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Enjoy. It's been raining here today, and I hope all you guys in New Zealand are still doing okay. I know you're still getting really bad rain. Oh, it's just nuts, the weather lately, isn't it? Anyway, we won't go down there. Won't go down that road. All right, take care. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and please feel free to comment down below. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. Bye from Australia. Bye.